I just went to film and I've left the bathroom fan on. So I better go turn that off. Be right back. I'd gotten the light really nice and now it's gonna be weird again. Hopefully not. So hello, it is Meredith and today I'm going to be doing a book haul. So I've been doing book hauls every 2 months. So these last 2 months I haven't brought a lot. If you watched my last haul, I said I'm going on a bit of a book buying bin. Boo, you whore. And I have managed to keep to it, except a few books because there were a few sales. I was allowed to still buy books, but I had to only buy books that I need for videos or that I was going to read straight away kind of thing. I wasn't allowed to just like buy books. I did end up getting 8 books in the last 2 months, but one I won't be hauling because it's for a secret project that I'm doing with Sasha from Sasha Reads, which I've talked about a lot. But yeah, so I won't be hauling that this time just so that I don't give away the surprise, but it'll come up in my next haul video. So yeah, like 8 isn't bad. But normally I wouldn't actually still do a haul. I'd just wait till I had more books. But I have decided that next year, possibly I might start in December, we'll see. I would like to do some vlogs where I go back and read a bunch of the books that I hauled. Don't know whether I'm going to set challenges and punishments. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should I try and read at least half? And if I don't, I have to unhaul one of the books. But like, I don't know, like if I generally just don't want to unhaul one of those books, like I don't want to just for the sake of the video, you know. So we'll just see how I go. But yeah, so I still wanted to get a video up for these next 2 months so that I can have that for next year. So when I get to what was it, August to September, I'm gonna be like, ooh, thank gosh, because that's when I finally like stopped with the crazy buying, so it won't be super hard to complete the challenge. So yeah, I'm just gonna haul the books now. That's what a book haul is. Also, I don't know what's going on with my hair. I don't know what's going on with the majority of my life, but my hair is one of those things that I don't know what's going on at all. So just don't look at it, don't talk about it. Okay, the first book I have here was one that I was naughty and brought, but it was on sale. It was like $6, and that was Blood to Poison. This cover. Oof. What a beauty. I saw this on sale and I was like, what's this about? And it sounds incredible. So it's about a family heirloom where every 100 of years, one woman in every generation is destined to die young. It's kind of from this ancestor called Hela, who was an enslaved woman, and that's kind of where it all began. So I think it talks about obviously this kind of curse within the family, but I guess it's going to talk about the historical context as well and why that came to be. I think it's going to go through, you know, generational trauma. I'm really, really excited to pick this up. It sounds amazing and I haven't really heard anything about it, but I'm really excited to give this one a go. Then this next one was the only book that I was naughty with and I brought at full price. It's a middle grade, so it wasn't super expensive, but I did buy this. But I saw it and I was like, I can't go home without this. Like, I can't do it. I cannot not do it. So yeah, this was the only naughty purchase, but I don't even feel bad because it is Wyla, the Koori Warrior. So this is a middle grade by Indigenous Australian authors about an Indigenous Australian character. And she is a Koori warrior and it's got dragons in it. So it's just like this fun-filled middle grade. And it's inspired by First Nations history and grounded in culture. So I'm really excited to give it a read. It's also got like lots of art as well. Also, it's got a Tasmanian tiger. Oh my god, I didn't realize that. If you don't know what the Tasmanian tiger is, it's like one of the most shameful parts of Australian history. So go check it out if you want to make yourself miserable. Sorry, I'm now just like looking through all the artwork. Like, look at that. Adorable. So yeah, I'm super excited to read this. I'm hoping to read it this month, which at the moment it is October. So I'm really hoping to still end up getting to it. These next 3 books are all for vlogs, which I do where I read books from one country for a week. So a lot of the time I do kind of have to purchase them because my library often doesn't have them, and a lot of the time they often don't have audiobooks, which is kind of sad. So the first one is Season of Migration to the North. And this one is translated as well. And this is about a man who has been in Europe studying for years and he's returning back to his home in Sudan. And it's set in the 1960s. And I think it's kind of talking about the differences that have changed since he was last there, not just within his family, but also within the country. And I think it's going to be about him trying to find his place and settle within this place that has now changed so much. And he has also changed so much, and he now has all of this different knowledge and experiences. So I think it's going to be really interesting. It says here, it's a rich and central work of deep honesty and incandescent lyricism. In 2001, it was selected by a panel of Arab writers and critics as the most important Arab novel of the 20th century. So I'm really excited to give this a go. I really like stories with this kind of premise, so I am actually quite looking forward to it. And then the second one I just found secondhand and was sold. So this one is Piano Teacher. Look at that cover. And this would be for reading books from Austria because the author is Austrian. And it is about a piano teacher who is also a little bit kinky by the sound of things. They also trawl the pawn shows of Vienna, while their mother, whom they love and hate in equal measure, waits for them. So I don't know what to expect with this. And it's about a relationship with one of her students. So we'll see how it goes. I don't like student teacher romances, but I don't really know if this is going to be like a romance. It's probably just more like a contemporary fiction that will be discussing that. We'll see. I was very intrigued by the cover and the premise, so, but I thought this was queer when I picked it up. And then the last one for this category is The Walking, which I also got secondhand. This is by an author from Iran. It says here that in the aftermath of the Islamic Revolution, they fled first to Belgium and Puerto Rico, finally settling in Canada, the United States. And this is about two brothers, and it's set in 1979. They're kind of forced to take part in the massacres that took place, and they end up fleeing. And it says here that it is a haunting and beautifully written story of those many people torn between the lure of home and the lure of hope. So they both take separate paths in life. One ends up moving to America and actually goes to Hollywood, and the other is staying in their home country because they cannot bear to leave. So yeah, I'd really like to get to this at some point, and I'd love to see what else this author has written. Then we're on to the last two books. The first one is Carrie Soto is Back. I have talked about this in my moving vlog, so I have read it. So I would like to reread and annotate this at some point, or just tab it. I always say annotate, but technically I'm just tabbing. But yeah, I would like to go back to this because I had such a good time. It's such a fun book. It is about Carrie Soto, who is a tennis player who's coming back. I know you never would have thought that. I make that joke like every time I talk about this book, and it was never funny.
It's just not funny or cool.
So she was the most successful women's tennis player. She had the most Grand Slam titles, but she ended up getting an injury and retired. And it goes to the present, and there is a new player who is about to equal her score. So she decides to come back from retirement to settle the score and make sure that she maintains the title. Exploring why she's playing and kind of about learning to not just strive for success, but also to enjoy the journey of getting there. So it was really fun. And it also talks about the way that media plays a big part in tennis and the way that we feel about tennis players in a way that may or may not actually be relevant. So yeah, I loved this. 5 stars. It was amazing, and I had to get myself a copy. And then the last book I'm going to be talking about is one that I got on sale. Big W were having a sale. This paperback is very floppy, but this is The Final Strike. The Final Strife. Oh my god. This is what the, I don't know, original cover, another cover looks like, which is the one that I had first seen, which I love. Like, compared to this is okay, but like, that's way better. I don't know if it's where I believe it's coming across like it's adult, like hard sci-fi. Oh my god. Why can I not talk today?
You're tacky and I hate you.
There are some trials held every 10 years to find the next Ember ruler. Ooh. And it follows a character who is destined to win it because she was stolen by rebels as a child and trained to win. And ooh, she's been trained as a weapon to bring down the empire from within. So that sounds exciting, but I believe this one is actually queer. Not like the piano teacher that I thought was queer, but I don't think is. I don't know, but this I'm pretty certain is sapphic. So I'm really excited. So I'd love to get to this soon, but that's how I feel about every book. But yeah, I've heard amazing things about this actually. Like I've actually heard it's pretty good. So I'm really excited to pick it up for myself and give it a go. So that is going to be it for this book haul. I've managed to talk for 24 minutes about 6 books. What was it? 7 books. Why am I this shit? So let me know in the comments again what you think about how I should do my videos next year, where I go back and try and read books from my vlogs. And also let me know if you've read any of these books, and if you have, I'd love to know your thoughts, what you think I should prioritize. And that is gonna do it. So thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you in another video very soon. But until then, bye.